Pisces, what up, what up? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a look into the year ahead today for the sign of Pisces. Wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart, keep in mind we all have a 12th house as part of our birth chart, and we all deal with Piscean energy to some degree in our realities. Time and energy are also fluid. So take what resonates here today in this message, in these messages, and leave the rest for someone else. These messages are also timeless, so whenever you do find yourself here, there will be something in this message for you, in this reading for you, to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you. Ultimately, these messages are intended to help us align with our highest selves, with our highest timelines, with our best lives. So sitting with this energy, I used the Moonology deck with the Illuminated Earth Oracle just to catch the overall vibe and see what Spirit was wanting to bring through for you today for this year ahead. A lot kind of came through, but this overall feels like it is going to be a year of like breakthroughs and major accomplishments for Pisces when it comes to like your soul's journey and your soul's growth and evolution. So what I like to do is I like to kind of run through the cards first, break it down, see what messages come through, and then we will jump into the tarot. And the very first card to come through for you today, Pisces, was the North Node card. Interestingly enough, the North Node is just shifting over into your sign anytime now. And that kind of ties in with this energy. Again, it feels big, especially because the overarching energy here today is the blue moon. And this card says believe in the impossible. And actually, now that it's kind of clicking, we have the blue vibe going on today, and blue is the color of the throat chakra, right? And so this is almost like a message of it being a year of Pisces really stepping into their truth and speaking their truth, aligning with something that's more true for you on a deep soul level. So we have the North Node with the blue moon. That alone is the energy of a breakthrough, breaking free, right? The next card to come through for you today was the full moon in your sign. And this card says balance spirituality with practicality. And the North and the South nodes, astrologically speaking, are points of destiny, right? And so the North node being kind of where our soul is trying to go or get to, and the South node being more so a point of like where our comfort zone is, and it's kind of a karmic point, you would say, where it's past stuff, it's dealing with our childhood, it's dealing with past lives and things of that nature. So with the North and South nodes being in the signs of Pisces and Virgo right now, they're always opposite of each other as they move around the zodiac. Virgo is all about our daily routines and things of that nature, and our health and our work and stuff like that. So this feels like it is going to be an energy of really grounding our spiritual practice down into reality and making sure we're keeping a balance between, you know, our spiritual connection, our spiritual practice and all of that, and our everyday life and routines and work and things of that nature. We also got the full moon in Virgo. So we actually have this axis of Virgo and Pisces out here, both full moon energies. And this says you are good enough. So step out of your comfort zone, balance spirituality and practicality, believe in the impossible, and you are good enough. On the bottom of the Moonology deck, we have the full moon in Cancer as well. A lot of full moon energy out here. And this says a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, and so how that kind of came out here in the Illuminated Earth, how I think that's going to play out is going to be different for everybody, but we do have meander and we have relationships that came out first, right? And through this last 18 months, the North and South nodes have been in the sign of Aries and Libra, which has had everything to do with relationships, especially because we had these eclipses right on the South node throughout this year. We literally had like a string of eclipses happening on that axis. And I feel like not only, is this transformation, this change, this shift happening in the sphere of relationships with others, but also in the relationship with ourselves. And it feels like, this meander card is really all about alignment. It's all about alignment. It's about our path, and it's about going over this way and going over that way and always kind of meeting back at the middle. And I always say with this card too, this card really asks us to be present with what is, no matter what that may be, right? Whether we're way over here or we're way over here, we don't want to be kind of zooming down this stream, trying to get to some goal or destination, only to get there and realize that we didn't enjoy our trip down the stream. We didn't enjoy the scenery. So this is kind of like meeting yourself where you're at and learning to be present and okay with what is and just kind of going with that flow. But this also speaks to coming into alignment, right? And not that I think we're ever out of alignment, but it's like coming into a better space energetically here. You also got the reincarnation card with patience and productivity. And on the bottom of the illuminated earth, you have the abundance card. So it feels like whatever you're going through and dealing with throughout this year, 2025, it's going to be kind of clearing the way for your abundance, for your purpose, for this North Node energy. So I think this is going to be an extremely activating year, really 2 years as we move forward into 2026 for the sign of Pisces, with the North Node going through your sign, whether you have Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, Pisces North Node, Mars, Venus, whatever it may be. The North Node is going through Pisces and it's activating this for you and bringing us into a new space. So I think this year really is going to be calling for us to do things differently, to really step out of our comfort zones, to really ground down into an energy of self-love and truly believing in the impossible, as we are, it feels like, clearing some karma when it comes to relationships or when it comes to ancestral, familial things, okay? And with the patience and productivity spirit saying, yo, you're doing great work here, Pisces. Stay patient, stay focused right now. Feels like a temperance energy for sure, as you work with the leaden energy to turn it into this abundance, this gold. So it feels like it's going to be a big one. And with this full moon in Cancer, some of you may be dealing with familial stuff, ancestral stuff, past life stuff, childhood stuff, inner child stuff, right? Cancer being the sign of the mother, having to do with the moon. It could be dealing with issues from the maternal lineage or the issues with the divine feminine, and it doesn't have to be any of those things, but I just wanted to bring that through with this full moon in Cancer. I feel like some of you really are working through some deep kind of generational stuff, and you're doing great. You're doing amazing. So with that, I'm going to say a quick prayer and we are going to dive into this tarot. So for this year ahead, what I've been doing is grabbing a card or two for each quarter of this year, and then going through with another deck and kind of grabbing a card or two for each month of the quarter, just to look into what to expect as we move through this year. I am recording this kind of halfway toward the end of January, but with that said, time and energy are fluid. So like I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. And let's get it. Feel free to join me in prayer, Pisces. And thank you all for stopping through, for being here, for being in this space with me, for showing love. Welcome to all of the first timers. If it's your first time here, welcome. Welcome to the family. Thanks for stopping through and being here in this space with us. Holy Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Archangels, Ancestors, messages for Pisces today for their highest good. Anything the collective needs to hear or know. Any messages that'll bring us clarity and confirmation, healing, wisdom, understanding. Any messages that will empower Pisces and help them align with their highest selves, with their highest timelines, with their best lives. And of course, above all of that, any messages that will help the collective align with the highest divine will for our journeys through this lifetime will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. Amen. Ashe. What's the first quarter looking like? Let's grab a theme. We do have your card at the bottom as I pick it up, though, with the High Priestess. You know, tapped in spiritually, keeping one foot in each dimension here, right? Looking at that full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality. You are one of the most divinely connected, intuitive, spiritual signs of the zodiac, the last sign of the zodiac, right? Representing when we do leave and move into the spirit realm. And you got the Chariot out here. So it looks like that connection is leading you straight to victory. Some Cancer energy coming through as well. Chariot being the card of Cancer. So the theme is the Chariot. It is forward movement. We are in a 9 years, so there's a lot closing out. There's a lot of doors that are closing, a lot of past cycles that we're moving on from, moving away from, and that is kind of representative of the South Node, which can be a comfort zone. Regardless of how uncomfortable those situations, those relationships, those cycles can be, it's something that we've gotten used to. And so this North Node can really be scary, or it can be like really feeling uncomfortable for us to move into that new territory, that uncharted territory. So what's the first quarter looking like for Pisces? Wow. What's the second quarter looking like? What's the third quarter? Thank you. Wow, a lot. 3 cards coming out for every quarter here. And what's the fourth quarter looking like? Pisces, it really does feel like this is going to be a very transformative year. The first quarter here, we have the moon, the devil, and the 8 of Cups. And so, Pisces, I think you really are breaking free from something. For some of you, this is thought patterns. For some of you, it's habits and addictions. For some of you, this is a physical person or relationship, or even overall, generally speaking, relationship dynamics in your world that you're breaking free from. I feel like for a lot of the collective, this is kind of, it's more than just one specific thing. It's like we are breaking away from these cycles that are keeping us bound, that are holding us back, that are preventing our evolution, our growth, our forward movement, and we are releasing and it's such a thing in tarot, right? Releasing what's no longer serving you, but it really does, especially being in a 9 year. It's like this is where the cycle is truly coming to an end, coming to a close. This phase is over, and it looks like Pisces is ready to walk away. You're ready to move in a new direction. It's like you see the sun over that horizon, that light at the end of the tunnel. You're getting that vision or that idea or that download or that intuitive nudge, and you're like, I'm going for it. So it feels like a lot of Pisces are already here. It makes perfect sense that the North Node was the very first card to come through for you, because this can absolutely be a comfort zone here, a karmic situation, a karmic relationship. So it feels like this is, Pisces really doing soul work here. And I think the soul work comes throughout this year as well, because I think it's a lot more than just taking the action, right? We have to heal, and we have to emotionally release and let go, and we have to also integrate the wisdom that we've gained through whatever this cycle was. So I think we're going to grab some clarification with this other deck, and then we'll do it like that. We'll do a quarter at a time. So what is going on January here for Pisces? Thank you, Spirit. Yep. Yeah, wow. This is an opportunity, Pisces, I think overall, for you to move into something that is fulfilling for you. And like I said, this doesn't have to be a specific person or situation. I feel like this could even come through as like emotions that we're holding on to, traumas, like I said, thought patterns, and again, probably something that is run through the family, or probably something that we're carrying from past lifetimes. And yeah, I just wanted to say it doesn't have to specifically be a person that we're moving away from. Maybe something happened in a relationship, and we need to release and let that go in order to move forward within that relationship, right? So it doesn't always have to be you have to leave this person behind. And I think a lot of times we can take that the wrong way and be like, oh yeah, if I just leave this person behind, then everything will be all better. But it's deeper than that, right? Like, what are we holding on to emotionally from these situations? What are we holding on to mentally from these situations? And physically as well. So I feel like this is a time of release for Pisces, so you can move into something new, something fulfilling. And the reason I say that is we have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and I keep seeing the Ace of Cups as I'm shuffling this as well. So it's like the divine reaching into our reality with this cup, with this full cup. Like, would you like to take this opportunity to be fulfilled, to move into something that is going to bring happiness and that is going to be healing for us, something new? So what is February looking like for Pisces, please? Spirit. So we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. We have the Seven of Cups with the Six of Pentacles. So I think you're kind of refocusing your energy here. You're recalibrating, you're shifting directions. And we have the Hermit and the Sun for March with the World. So yeah, this first quarter feels like you are moving toward the light. It's like that light is coming on. We see that glimpse of the light at the end of the tunnel. So you're getting a vision, or you're seeing something better for yourself here in this first quarter, Pisces, and you're starting to pull your energy away. It feels like some of you are taking action and actually physically leaving a situation behind, but then it's still present in some way, internally or externally in some way. And it feels like you're starting to kind of take your power back here through this first quarter and integrate that wisdom and move toward something better. So we have the Sun and the Hermit, right? The Hermit is number 9 of the tarot, just like we are in this 9 year. It represents closing things out, closing cycles, and kind of stepping into something new here. There is this energy with the 7 of Cups and this energy of staying grounded and keeping yourself down to earth in whatever way works best for you, whether it's like getting out in nature or you know, channeling these emotions or energies into something like artwork or work or projects. It's like we're taking all of this inner energy and we're learning to transmute it so it's not just like floating around. I hope that makes sense. And that's what I see you doing with this 6 of Pentacles. It's like, all right, how am I going to move some of this energy? What can I build with this or from this? So what is coming through for the second quarter? You have the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups, which with these 4s coming out, this is letting me know that this is some type of structure in your world that you're moving on from, that you're leaving behind. For some of you, it may even be like a career that, or a job that you've been stuck to. For some of you, it is a relationship with the 4 of Wands. For some of you, you're moving houses, you're moving into a new space. And I think that can be taken overall and very generally for the Piscean collective. It's an energy of energetically moving into a new space. And here with this 10 of Wands, the divine is really asking us to take a step back and to kind of look at, you know, look at what we are bringing with us into this next chapter of our lives. And this is where we kind of sort through those wands, these 10 wands that we're carrying. Okay, these represent the culmination, the harvest of this last cycle. So are we carrying anything that's weighing us down, metaphorically speaking, like emotionally or mentally or even physically? Is there, you know, can we go through, sort through stuff and get rid of some things and clear some space physically and energetically speaking, as within, so without, right? And so I do see the second quarter, as we move into the second quarter, you're moving on, you're moving forward, but I think there's still some emotional stuff or some inner stuff, we could say, that's still being worked through here and sorted through, and there's some release happening. And I think the divine's really asking us to lighten our load in whatever way we can here, to find reasons to celebrate, to look at the positive, to be optimistic, again, to connect spiritually, to connect with others that are like-minded, that we can get together with and share ideas or heal, you know, whatever. With the 4 of Wands, it's like coming together, coming into union, stepping through this portal into union with what is for you on an energetic level. So also checking where our energetic level, where our energy level, where our vibration is at. Checking in with that, being mindful of that. Okay, so what is April looking like for Pisces? May. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. June. Wow, you guys, beautiful. So we have 2 aces out here. So this second quarter, it feels like through this first quarter, you're really kind of working through this. It feels like the new is definitely coming in here, because we have the 10 of Wands in the overall energy, where it's like we're moving on, we're moving forward. And the first month of the second quarter, April, is clarified by the Queen of Wands and the Fool. So this is like a passionate new beginning. This is like our energy being, it's like a gust of good energy coming in for this clean slate, this new start. And so this could even just be where we have like, we're getting this intuitive nudge, this idea to move towards something. We're passionate about something where it's within us, and it feels like as we move through April, May, there's like a physical, tangible opportunity to move into that, or to do whatever this is for you, this new beginning, whether it's a new relationship, a new job, just a new start. It's like this is when we are able to go into that. So some of you may be getting new opportunities come this second quarter when it comes to relationships, or when it comes to jobs, or when it comes to whatever these opportunities are. It's something that I feel like you're moving in, it's coming into you from the divine. It's like this download, and you're like, oh, that would be fire, that would be so cool. And then here comes the actual opportunity for it. And so the divine is also asking you to trust and to take that leap, or to take that action, to be bold and go for it when it comes through. And it's the reason I think I'm having trouble breaking it down is because I feel this is going to be different for everyone, right? It's this new passion, and then an opportunity to move into that. April, May, June. And so for some of you, okay, so for June, we have for some of you, this might be like sharing your craft. And as you move into this second quarter, this may be like working on new art, or being inspired in a new way. And now you're really putting energy into that. And then come April, May, June, it's like we're able to share that with others, or we are just fully embodying this new version of ourselves, this truth. We're telling our story. I think it could just come through in so many ways here. And June, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, it's like we are moving forward, right? Here's this Ace of Pentacles. The Knight is going to take it and move forward with it. So it feels like there's forward movement in this new chapter, with this new opportunity, in this new energy come the end of this second quarter. It feels like it's coming about at the beginning, and then you're coming into it, and then moving forward with that. So I hope this makes sense for you. Let's get into the third quarter, which is the overarching energy here for the third quarter. Is the Ace of Wands, which we had down here, the Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So it feels like we're really putting into this new, and we're starting to see the results. We're starting to receive the blessings for the hard work that we've done. There's a lot of beautiful spiritual fire energy here, passion. And so whatever I think you're going to be working on here is going to bring a lot of happiness. It's going to bring a lot of abundance and beauty into your life, whatever this new opportunity is. So July, August, September. July, August, September, July. August. September. Having a hard time connecting with this. It feels like July, there's a lot going on, but you're really being called to just like root down into your routines, into what you've kind of cultivated here through. For some of you, so I'm not sure where that cut off, but it feels like July, you're kind of just rooting down, anchoring yourself down into whatever's been cultivated here through this second quarter. For some of you, you may even be getting some type of financial compensation for your work or for your creations or for whatever this opportunity was. It feels like this is kind of just a hold the line type month here. There's some overthinking or some overanalyzation, maybe a lot going on around you, but the divine really calling you to just keep doing what you're doing here. What it feels like, Pisces, is that you're kind of being called to take action. I think this is like to make a decision that kind of scares you here is what this kind of feels like, where you're like embodying your truth, you're embodying your power, and then maybe overthinking, like speaking that or sharing that or putting that out there or something like that here with the Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords coming through for August. I think this is it. It's a face your fears type energy here, and that brings us to September, where it feels like it feels like a breakthrough. It feels like a breakthrough. Whatever this is, Spirit needs you to know that you're supported and guided. And there's something about you, Temperance, Hierophant, Eight of Cups. It's something about you working with this energy. And I feel like for some of you, there's almost this energy where the divine needs this to be like a surprise. There's something about you working through this in real time on your own that's important here. Temperance, Hierophant, Eight of Cups. And so it feels like a breakthrough in a sense where it's like the work that you've done, the healing that you're doing here, this feels like the end of it. Things clicking. Working with Spirit to really move on, right? And when I say that, it's like you're moving on here right now. You're already in the midst of this. Come the end of this third quarter, it's like done. Like even internally, it's like we're fully over that, out of that, done with that. You know, we've taken that higher wisdom and really anchored it into our being. For some of you, this is extremely healing on a soul level, with Archangel Gabriel coming through in this energy here. And so I think for a lot, and for some of you, this is like you facing your fears here in this third quarter, knowing Spirit's with you, and that just bringing you into a completely new space. Energetically, emotionally, mentally, it's like I did it. I disconnected from the fear, and I faced my fears, and I did it. That's what this energy feels like. I'm sorry that it's coming through like that. But again, I want to say that Spirit is with you through this, and I think it's important that it's like this is for you, right? This is not for me to like try to interpret. This is for you. And I feel it's a huge breakthrough. October, November, December, we're going to look into now. And so this Eight of Cups being out here in the first quarter and the third quarter, I think I don't think you're like leaving something behind and then leaving something behind again. I feel like this is kind of the culmination of all the work you've done and how far you've come, and this kind of final release or understanding, or, you know. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates, Pisces. We're going to look into this last quarter, October, November, December. What is October bringing for the sign of Pisces? Please, Spirit. Yeah. Check it out. You guys, this is crazy. So we have the Ten of Wands, the Star, and the Devil. It's like literally like what we had over here. The Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Devil. It's the healing. It's the healing and the final release. September, October, this fall, Northern Hemisphere, is going to be huge for you. And I think it's like, it is truly breaking free, breaking away, leveling up, stepping into your power, coming into alignment with, not only with spirit, but with your path, with your higher self here. This feels like a major accomplishment for you on a soul level here, Pisces. I feel like you're unlocking your abundance. Like, and when I say that, I don't just mean like money, finances. I mean like you're unlocking what is for you. This abundance in love, in finances as well, right? And I guess it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but I feel like you're unlocking something here, Pisces. November. I feel like this is deep healing for you. There we go with the Six of Swords. The worst of the storm is over. We're moving into a new world here. So with this is a huge year for Pisces, being a 9 year for the collective as well, with the North Node going into your sign. This is aligning you with your destiny, period. And I think you're doing big work here. I think you're finding parts of yourself, maybe undiscovered, or maybe old, parts of yourself are coming back to life here. I'm having a really hard time translating this energy, and I guess that's kind of just the nature of Pisces sometimes as well. And so I do think as well it's going to be very important to keep your spiritual connection open, clean and clear, grounded down, okay? Because it can be so easy, especially for those of us with heavy Pisces in our chart, 12th house placements, to just kind of get lost in the sauce. And there's an element of that in this energy that's coming through for you, Pisces. So again, I hope this makes sense for you. I feel like this is huge. And maybe that's another part of it. It's like, how do you break something down that's this big, right? How do you even do that? So we have the Six of Swords in the world, closing the doors for good, moving into this new world. November and December, as we close this year out, 2025, as we close this beautiful, there's our Ace of Cups. If I knew it was going to come out. I'm like, when though? It's just a matter of when. Okay, we have the Chariot with the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Yo, this reading could not have turned out any better, especially because, like, what? You guys, as you close it, this is all going to be so worth it. All of this year, the work that you do. And it's so with this, before we even jump into it, Pisces, this year it's going to be so important to do the work. It's going to be so important to face your fears, Pisces, to get out of your comfort zone, to move into the unfamiliar, to ground all of your beautiful spiritual knowledge and connection down here into earth, maybe even sharing that with others. Ace of Cups and the Lovers, Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, Six of Wands. This is it. This is that abundance. This is unlocking that ancestral divine inheritance here, because you've done the work, because you've cleared, because you've healed, because you are evolving and ascending. For some of you, you're moving into new love and new relationships. This is soulmates and soul family. This is also the relationship that you are cultivating within yourself, with your higher self, with the divine here, Pisces. And now look, this energy is coming through so much more clearly. And I think it's because you made it through the muck and the guck and the difficulty, and it's like facing those fears and continuing to push forward. Overall, continuing to trust the divine, continuing to push forward. It's like, yo, here's your reward. Here's that love. Here's that beautiful, fulfilling opportunity. I think it has something to do with the end of this first quarter, beginning of the second quarter. There's like this new vision coming online, or something of that nature that is going to connect here with maybe you're meeting somebody here. Maybe you're starting something here that's really going to take off here at the end of this energy. I'm just going to say energy because year, right? What even is time? The Ace of Cups is a fulfilling opportunity from the divine, Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, to move into and align with the legacy that you came here to create and build, the wealth, the abundance that you came here to receive. And Spirit emphasized receive, right? Because self-love, self-worth, I think a lot of that is stuff that you're working through this year, Pisces, and you're really knowing that you are divine and you are worthy and you are lovable and you are talented and gifted and smart and intelligent and all of the things. I think you're really experientially coming into that realization and energy and kind of anchoring yourself in it, which is opening you up to receive, to shine your light, to stand in this victory. You guys got the Six of Wands and the Chariot, which are both cards of victory, both cards of overcoming, being in alignment with divine will, your own internal divine masculine and feminine in balance, in harmony, working together to create, to co-create the reality that you came here, Pisces, that you came here, Spirit's saying that you came here to co-create. And this is you moving into the opportunity to do that. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. Whatever way you want to look at it, from whatever angle, whether a relationship is like what you're looking for, or your career, or your purpose, whatever, this is an opportunity for that. This is an opportunity for that. And that is what this is all about. So what in our lives right now, Devil, Moon, is not in alignment? What in our lives is hindering us? What in our lives is blocking our own light? Internally, externally, right? As above, so below. Pisces, this is your year to truly work through that, to truly grow from that, and to move on. So let's grab, and then it's like, yo, this is soul family, soulmates, this is celebrations, this is good times, this is you being in alignment with, people, places, opportunities, things that are for you on a deep soul level, that are resonant with you on a deep soul level. Because it's like this, creating from this space, Three of Swords, only creates more of that and perpetuates that cycle. So it's like, this is where the real healing happens, the release, the understanding, Hermit, right? And then that light comes on and we're like, oh, yo, shit, let's go there. This is our next adventure, our new adventure. And I love this depiction of the sun because this horse is clearly carrying this person. It is like the divine is carrying you through this. It is our job, Pisces, to move when spirit says move, to trust that, to face the fears, not to question it, and to be in that energy and let the divine take care of us. Let the divine guide us. Let the divine bring this healing into our realities, right? Mind, body, and spirit. I'm just being guided to show you this card again, these two cards. It's a mess. It's a mess. These readings have been a mess. I think that's just the nature of this energy. It's messy, but it's so beautiful, Pisces. Look at reincarnation and productivity. This is you gaining, collecting that divine nectar from these karmic repeating cycles and situations and relationships, and then we are able to take that nectar and create something beautiful and sweet for the world, for ourselves, for our future. So this is it. Let's grab some oracle cards. Pisces, how fire. What's the message for Pisces? Versatility and surrender, kind of wanting to be seen, but I'm going to grab one. I'm going to let spirit grab one and see what comes through for you. What's the message for Pisces? We are also going to grab a message from your mind, a message from the cosmos. We'll read this. Oh, and you get nature. Grounded, clearing, healing, nature. It's the message from the cosmos for Pisces, please, Spirit. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. Let your feelings out, all of them, even the ones that scare you. And you could use some self-care time, like now. Schedule it in, Pisces. Self-care, self-care, self-love, positive affirmations, positive visualizations, vision boarding, scripting. That I've been saying that to every sign. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to tap into that Piscean power of dreams, of visualization, of the unseen, to truly channel that through you into the scene. What's a message from Pisces mind? You guys, check it out. Bravery on the bottom. Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving the universal gift, to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you are worthy of these gifts and open up to them. And you also got reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what does not. It is time for some life cleanup. And bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do, Pisces. Now let's read this nature card, and then we will grab a message from the Divine Mother as well to kind of close this message out. Let me find where this is at. $28. This card says, nature has a profound effect on our well-being. It increases creativity, relieves depression and anxiety, improves memory and focus, and rewires our stress response hormones. Studies have shown that even looking at photographs of nature can be of benefit. If you live in a place where you can easily access nature, spend some time this week to get out there. If you do not, think of some creative ways you can interact with nature from where you're at. Whether that's sourcing local vegetables, plant medicine, or even spending some time in a park. You can also create an altar using natural materials, sticks, leaves, grasses, flowers, dirt, rocks, sand, or however you feel called to do so. Blackbird medicine. With this card, it says the blackbird calls our attention to the great mystery within the natural world. It reminds us that while it is true about the positive effects of nature, the natural world is more than a prescription for humans. It holds more than we can fathom. With the train going ham out there, straight up, nature is us, family. As within, so without. It holds more than we can fathom. There's so much beyond what science can prove or the positive effects we may feel. Blackbird encourages us to dive into the mysteries and teachings of the natural world around us. Spend some time being curious with and about the natural world. Ask it your questions, sit with it, and honor it. And you literally have get curious under that. So I do think nature is speaking to you, Pisces. I feel like if you ask a question, if you ask the divine, the universe, a question, and you go out in nature, you will get very clear answers. So spend some time with that, being conscious of that, consciously doing that, and connecting. Our entire reality is our tarot deck. There's symbolism everywhere we look. There are signs, there are synchronicities, there is medicine and guidance everywhere we look at all times. So spend some time in presence, spend some time with that, and have that conversation, Pisces, because the divine is definitely speaking to you, family. Okay, what's the message? Ooh, my ear just started ringing so hard. What's the message for Pisces, please, Ma? Devi, Ma Kali. No matter what you've done, no matter how many mistakes you've made, Kali is here for you always. Yours is the safety and sanctuary of her divine love. She's your soft place to fall and your most kindest and enthusiastic advocate. Let her shift your experience from endless tasks and ever greater expectations into sweet relief and comforting connection. And you got Bhadra, Kali as well. And this card says there is not always a need to try to grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. Just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, Pisces gang. Again, I hope you are able to take something from this message. This one's deep, Pisces, and I feel like it's only right with the North Node going through your sign, kind of prompting us out of our comfort zones and into alignment with what is truly for us. So I hope you're able to take something from this of benefit, of value with you as you move through the year. Feel free to come back to this reading if you need to throughout the year. Save it on your thing. Don't forget to like the video and all of that. Drop that triple sun emoji down below to claim your blessings, Pisces. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being here, for showing up, not only here, but for yourself on your journey, family. That's huge. And it's not always easy. So with that being said, you deserve all these blessings. I hope to see you beautiful beings on the next reading. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day.